welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the pros and cons that I had when I was using this Hobonichi Cousin as my planner for one whole year. I mean, it's unbelievable for me because I have actually used the Hobonichi Cousin for one whole year. Usually I just move to another planner in like 3 months after using the particular planner. But last year, I did use this planner for the entire year and I really enjoyed it a lot. So let's get straight into it. Before we get into the pros and cons, if you are someone who's interested with productivity, planning and organization, then use the subscribe button and the notification bell for you to be notified on all my upcoming videos. So now let's get into it. The first thing that I like about the Hobonichi Cousin is definitely the white paper. The white paper is so white that when I'm using my blue pen to write them, the ink stands out very clearly, and the paper quality is also really good because you can use your fountain pen and it will not bleed at all. I mean, it was super good. So let me show you the place where I've actually used a fountain pen. So this is a fountain pen that I've used. As you can see, there are no bleeding, and I just love this so much. You know, it brings out the color so well because of the white paper. I mean, makes my experience to write using a fountain pen on this book is much more enjoyable. I love using the fountain pen in this book because it is enjoyable, but I did not use it for the entire planner, which I will explain to you why I did not decide to use the fountain pen throughout the planner. What I did was I just used the regular pen, which is my blue pen, because the paper is white, the regular blue pen, and it makes the writing stands out. I mean, everything that I actually put in here, it just stands out because of the white paper. I just love it so much. And next, let's talk about the paper quality. The paper quality is really awesome because it can stand fountain pen, it can stand highlighters, it will not bleed through at all. I really enjoy it. You might be thinking that it is too thin, but it's okay, it doesn't tear easily. I mean, when I was using a friction pen, I tried when I was erasing the appointments, the paper quality was good, that it did not tear. I mean, some might be thinking that because it's so thin that you might tear it easily, but it did not. But it does wrinkle though. But as you can see, I did not. The usage of my book is pretty good. It does not wrinkle at all because the way how I use the book. I mean, who would be wrinkling it, right? And another thing that I like about this is the grids are so soft that it's there to guide you when you write, but it's also subtle enough to make your writing stands out. I hate it when there are lines that are so bright that interferes me reading through my notes. Let me know in the comment box below if you feel the same way as well. I'm not sure whether you can actually see the grid, but it is very soft. All I can see is just my writing, which I really like. And the next thing that I like about the Hobonichi Cousins is this is the only planner that has the monthly calendar section, the weekly calendar, and the daily section. It is so convenient because I don't have to carry like 3 different planners to view all my weekly items or write in my daily page. Previously, I was struggling and I did use the Hobonichi Cousin, but I felt like there was too much of space because I was just using mainly for work. But when I decided to combine my work and my personal tasks in the Hobonichi Cousin, it has provided me an outstanding system to work on. And I don't have to refer to any other planners except for this, and it has worked so well. So I was quite well organized both at work and also in my personal life because I have pretty much everything in here. I mean, there were so many things that I do in my daily life that this book has actually saved me that. So yeah, those are the 3 things that I like. Now let's get on to the cons. This is a size A5, so it's not a small size. It's not small enough to carry in your handbag, but small enough to carry it in your tote. So with the size, it also can be heavy to lug it around everywhere. I mean, look at the thickness of it. But for me, it was okay because I just carry them in my bag and I drive to my work, and then number of positive things that it brings to me, the cons does not bother me at all. I mean, I did try to change to A6, but the A6 size does not work for me at all because it was too small and I can't fit in a lot of things in there. Another con that I don't like about is the paper tend to spread. I mean, it makes the book a bit thick. So initially, I think it was just about this size, but the more I use, it tend to, make the book thicker. I know some users who do some painting in them. The book has become so thick that it it was hard for them to close. But luckily, because I was just using it for mainly for my planning system, so I don't have the trouble. And moreover, I kept on closing this planner quite tightly, so I guess it has managed to not make the book thick enough. Another thing that I would like to mention is, earlier I mentioned that the paper quality is awesome because it's a Tomorewa paper, but there's a downside to it. If you use fountain pen, it doesn't get bleed or cause ghosting, but what it does is it does take some time to dry, unlike the regular paper where it absorbs the ink, right? That's why it tends to spread and cause ghosting on the paper. This one does not do that. So once you have written down everything, you need to wait for it to dry. I'm a right-hand writer, so for me it was fine. But I know some left-handed writers will find it difficult because, when you are writing it this way, you are going to smudge it. So it could cause a problem for fountain pen users. So if you love fountain pen, but unfortunately, you may have to be careful if you want to write using a fountain pen on the Hobonichi. It's a great planner, but you just have to be careful and you just need to wait. Waiting was not the thing that I was willing to wait on because I have a lot of things to do and I just can't put it there and wait for it to dry. So that's why I used the ball pen most of the time in my planner, because it just does it quite fast. Next is the things that I don't like is that at the spine, they did not include any years to it. I mean, once I finish using this book, I want to know what year this book was used. I mean, it's not that important, but I just want to put them on the shelf and I could just easily look into, oh, this is the 2021. Let's take a look what I have done on that particular year, You might be thinking, oh, I could easily write them down, but then it's my handwriting. I like it to be printed, like in the Hobonichi Weeks and the A6. It was pretty easy for you to just spot it on because the year is printed on the spine of the book, and it gives it a classy look when you put it at the shelf. So I just wish that they have year written on the spine so that, I would love to put it in the shelf. So yeah, basically that is the pros and cons. Oh yeah, another cons that I would like to tell you is, all the stickers that I have put on. Over the time, because I have been putting the stickers at the same place, like work, home, and notes, what it has done is the place where I put the sticker on, when you try to write them on, you will notice that some sort of bulge is there. Then I thought there was something was stuck in it. Then I realized it's all the stickers that I have been putting on the same place has raised up the paper, and when you write, you will know that there's something stuck there, but you can't actually move it because it's all the stickers that accumulated over the days. So that thing was bothering me, but then if I'm continuing to put on stickers, it's fine. It won't bother me, of course, but because there were times where I began to write using a highlighter, that's why it bothered me during that time. Yeah, so that is one thing that I thought you might be interested to know. So some people may find that the space that the A5 provides is intimidating, but for me it was okay because the space is the one which I wanted the most, and it did work really, really well for me. And I hope it does too for you. Let me know if you have other pros and cons that you wish to add for our viewers to help them decide whether or not they should buy the Hobonichi Cousin as their planner for the year. And if you are new to Hobonichi planners, feel free to check out my other videos on the Hobonichi planners. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell if you are into productivity, planning, and organization. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Bye!